Recording in progress.
Welcome to the Bravo Rundown, where we discuss all the hot topics happening every week on Bravo and the shows that are happening, and we're consuming the podcast. I'm Genevieve Melzer, my fabulous co-host,
Sonia Weber.
and let's get into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
Hot take of the week. Let's start with yours.
Okay, so mine is, it's kind of a question too, but I'm going to say it out there. So at the reunion, Amanda said that it was New Year's Day when she made the decision that she is going to end things with Kyle, and she had to call Bravo PR to get it all, make a statement, right?
Yes.
I really wonder if she wasn't with West, hanging out with West, friends with West, whatever with West, would she have been the one to file? Then this morning, and so that was already in my brain. I'm not going to take away my own thought here. I saw a TikTok to back this theory. Someone made a TikTok showing where West was on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve night, and then cutting to footage of what Amanda was doing on New Year's Eve, whatever.
Oh.
And they pieced together, it looked like they were in the same location. So did she spend New Year's night or New Year's Eve night with West? Then New Year's Day, she realized, all right, I'm going to end things with Kyle. Is that because you had West waiting in the wings? If West wasn't there, if there was nothing happening there, he wasn't a good friend, he was just a coworker, would you have still filed? Or not filed, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
But announced the separation.
Well, my hot take actually spirals right off of that, because my hot take is that, yeah, she said she decided January 1st she was done, but they released a joint statement January 19th. Well, guess what happened on January 17th? Sierra started having suspicions and called Amanda, and Amanda didn't answer. So I saw a video, and then I made my own video about it, where the person was saying, well, is it because all of a sudden you had to kind of force this joint divorce statement because people were like onto you? And I think something you had said was that Amanda is so focused on the fact that she's not with Kyle anymore, that the married thing, right? She's really focused on the fact that, like, I'm not married, I'm single, or we're separated. Is that why she felt like she had to get that divorce statement going so that now, you know, like the real timeline with West and Amanda, they're hooking up. Something's going on in January with them, right? But now at least it'll look better to people like Sierra that maybe they weren't hooking up when she was still technically with Kyle before that statement was released.
No, I think that's absolutely true. I think we're both onto something here. But I do wonder, does she really feel that Sierra wouldn't have been bothered? Meaning, in her mind, she thought that like we said, the bigger issue is the fact that she was married when she was with Wes.
Right.
Does she truly believe that? Did she truly believe that Sierra wasn't going to be that upset?
That is the question, is because you had said that about the, you know, she's so focused on the, you know, she's not married, that she's missing out on the bigger picture. Is that it doesn't matter, like Kyle and you, we always knew were kind of gonna not good, something was gonna happen, but you screwed over your friend, and that's what we're really upset about. Kyle is second, but Sierra is first, and it's not clocking to her.
So then it makes me wonder, what is the history within her friend group, that friend group, as far as people dating the same people? How did things end with Sierra and West in the fall too? Was it she's totally done with him, she wants nothing to do with him, I'm not talking to him? So maybe that's why she felt like, oh, well, you're over him, so then I'm under him. You know what I mean?
Well, I wonder that, because we don't want to jump ahead, but in the city, we do have that scene with Sierra, Amanda, and Wes. And it seems like Sierra and Wes are friends. So, and they had 2 sleepovers we know of, right? So were they still kind of friends up until the point of the late January, or even February, March? Was he just kind of keeping her at bay?
I know, because at what point did Sierra turn? And did she turn when she found out Amanda and Wes were together? Right? A lot of these storylines seem very murky and don't make sense to me. So
Yeah.
it was New Year's Day when Amanda said she called Bravo PR and we need to make a statement. That statement comes out 2 weeks later. You
Yeah.
asked Bravo for help with this statement, but then Kyle said they went to his mom because she was an English teacher to help write the statement. What's the
Right.
story there?
And why do we have to wait those 18 days, 19 days from the day that you decided I don't want to be with Kyle to the day you posted? And that day you're like, no, we have to.
Yeah,
But
but it was
before he
two
can
weeks
even
later.
share it with his mom.
I wonder if it was New Year's Day that she contacted Bravo because she needed a track record. She needed a receipt to prove, oh, if I'm caught with West or I'm caught with another guy, I need solid proof that this is the day so that Kyle can't argue and claim that that wasn't actually the day.
Ooh, now you sparked something in my brain. Like, what if somebody kind of caught them, or what, you know what I mean? What if they did? That was when the video was taken, alleged video of, or something that may have been taken of them that they speak about in the leaked audio. Maybe they saw someone filming them, and that's why.
Very true. But it seems like Kyle tends to get into this murkiness too. Like, I'm going to move forward to In the City real quick. Actually, it's Summer House. Sierra told Amanda and West, or recommended or suggested Amanda and Kyle, maybe you two should separate and you should live separately for a while. Tells Amanda first. Amanda is like, I don't think Kyle would go for it. Sierra tells Kyle, did you tell Amanda? Oh, she's into it. Then we're on episode 1 of In the City. Amanda and Lindsay are in the grocery store shopping, and Amanda tells Lindsay, Kyle mentioned I should maybe move out for a while and do a possible separation. End of the episode. She's at anniversary dinner with Kyle, telling Kyle, I'm going to move out and this is my decision. Who's taking ownership of this decision to move out?
That's a great question. And I don't even know if, has Amanda ever made a decision like this in her life before this? I almost think, and this might be completely off base, but I had a thought. Was Wes like, are you going to break up with him? Like, even though he doesn't want commitment, he doesn't want you with someone else. He can be with other people, but I just feel like she's probably complaining to him for at least 6 to 9 months. Kyle this, Kyle, maybe even their whole relationship, she's always complained about Kyle to him. And then maybe, I feel like maybe he was getting antsy. Like, are you ever going to leave him? Because she does seem like In the City, it's like, boom.
It does.
Right?
It does. And then she goes from looking from a month to month to a year long, and she's got that awkward smile when she's telling him like she's excited about this, that she's moving out. It really just makes no sense.
Yeah. Unless she has someone waiting for her, then it makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah. And I'd like to know the history before Kyle. Was she with someone all the way up to when she met Kyle?
Yeah, let's hear about her high school boyfriend or her college boyfriend or whatever, you know. I mean, we don't really know that much about her.
We don't, other than she was with Kyle and Katie DeLuca is her friend.
We know about Katie DeLuca. And let me say, I've made 2 videos now about Katie DeLuca, one yesterday and one today. Katie DeLuca made a video using the reunion sound. Well, her friend did it of her. And they were like, who's your friend? Katie DeLuca. And Katie DeLuca's in it, and she like drinks a beer or whatever. People were commenting. They're like, what are you trying to say? Is this a flex? Then we see pictures that Dumois posted that Katie DeLuca and Amanda were having a little like happy hour yesterday. So
that was set up.
Definitely.
I'm convinced that is set up. She's back from Italy. She's got the bun with the tail going still. She's drinking an Aperol Spritz, and she's at a table outside.
Yeah.
You're not in the restaurant. You're outside where anyone can walk by. Interesting choice of being seen with Katie DeLuca.
Yeah, and Katie DeLuca, interesting choice too. That means that you're fine with what's going on. Yeah. You're Amanda's best friend she's her ride or die, I guess.
Yeah, because they've been friends since 3rd grade, right?
Yeah, and they're still friends. And It was weird because I just feel like, Katie, weren't you supposed to be on In the City? And nowhere to be
No, did she
found.
not have a storyline? She wasn't at that brunch from this last week. She's
No.
kind of been a side character a little bit. No, no, no. That's giving her too much to say side character
She's been
because
like an acquaintance in the background, right? Like I
yeah,
don't even know if we've heard her say anything.
she's kind of like on Vanderpump Rules, the two Logans. The one Logan that
Yes.
everyone said James hooked up with, he actually had a bigger role than
Oh
Katie
yeah,
DeLuca. The other Logan, the blonde Logan that worked at Tom Tom, was a bartender who's actually still good friends with Ariana,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He is what Katie DeLuca is,
Yeah, just
right?
a little name tag and in the background.
I mean, didn't they promote her? Did she do promo? Did she do a
She's
promo shoot? She's in
the
it.
in the city like picture. Yeah, she's there cuz I remember like I didn't really like her outfit. I was like, "What did they put her in?"
She
But
dresses like Amanda. I went to her Instagram page and I was
oh,
looking at her style. It's very much like Amanda's. Just however you want to
yeah.
describe it. And I know that it's different with West. I don't know that it is different with West, to be honest, because I was watching an old episode and it's always kind of like, what are you wearing? And the juxtaposition to her style to Kyle's preppy style, it's
Yes.
just such an odd pairing.
It's very it's very strange. What did you think of West giving Amanda advice at the end of the
Oh,
reunion?
in the break
Don't
room.
be snippy.
Oh, was that the okay? Remind me because I started rewatching the Peacock version last night and I didn't get through. He said it on the break when he told her you can cry
Yeah, at the
on
end
the
of the
stage.
episode,
Okay.
he's like giving her pointers, and he's like, "I can see that Sierra really triggers you," and she's like, I am triggered." Which, Amanda, you have no reason to be triggered. Everyone else is triggered by you, so let's remember that. But he says, "Yeah, if you want to cry, if you want to cry on stage, cry on stage." And then he says, "Don't be snippy," and it's like, Amanda doesn't know how to not be snippy.
No, she doesn't. Well, triggered by Sierra, it's more that I'm having an emotional response to the fact that she's holding me accountable for what I've done, as
Right.
opposed to her allowing me to play the victim as I always do. She doesn't know how to voice that. She doesn't see that in herself. So to her, she's trigger. So everything about her makes me upset. Well, why does it make you upset? What about her, Sierra, specifically, is it that's upsetting to you?
Yeah, that she is holding you accountable for your actions. And it's just interesting because West can barely string two words together, but he's telling Amanda, act like this. And she's like, "Oh, I'm not doing good." It's like, "No, you're doing terribly." And if he was a real man, he would have said, "You are doing bad. You need to like check yourself," right?
Yeah.
But instead he's like, don't be snippy.
Because he's a people pleaser.
Yeah.
They both are alike in that way. Amanda does not know how to accept criticism. Anything, even if it's in a positive way, just something to help you. Because if you watch old episodes, she will immediately melt down and start crying when she's told something that's not positive.
Oh, which that just reminded me. Remember that scene? It is memorable because everyone was like, these girls would never go to Old Navy. The scene where Sierra, Paige, and Amanda
Yeah.
go to Old Navy. And in that scene, I watched it recently, they both are like, "Amanda, like, what are you kind of doing? We see you doing really great stuff." But in that scene, Sierra says, "If I'm being honest, who are you if you don't have Loverboy and without Kyle? Like, who are you?" And like, that is some like tough, straight love, right? Where like, if somebody says that to you, you're gonna be like, "Oh, like, and someone was like, "I bet that's when she stopped liking her." Like that, I bet that comment really upset her.
No, I hear you. And it's funny you said that because I caught that in the City too. And I wondered about this and wondered if there was a history of Sierra doing this, which is being a friend and being honest. I think that's how Sierra is, like a deep friendship. Let's lay it on the table and let's discuss it. I'm not just going to listen to you whine about something
Yeah.
for so many years. Let's figure this out. She said to Amanda, "Hey, what about this debt and this loan that Kyle has with Loverboy?
Yes.
Are you going to be responsible for that?" She's like, "Oh, Kyle wouldn't do that to me." And she said, "You need to," paraphrasing, "you need to face the facts here. he could do that to you. He might do that to you, which is very true. When a divorce comes, you may think you know someone, but an attorneys get involved and things completely change. So she's trying to protect Amanda.
Yeah.
But with what you're saying, I do wonder if she sees that. She's never seen that before. So she sees that as a negative when
Yes.
Sierra is trying to help her, because that's how she helps her friends.
Right. Because
I agree with you.
Right. She doesn't have, Katie DeLuca is not like, Amanda, get your shit together. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Katie DeLuca is like, let's have a Aperol spritz. And we all have friends that are varying degrees of deepness and, you know, fun or whatever.
Yeah.
But if that's all Amanda's had her whole life, then somebody giving her real love, calling her out on her stuff, that she's going to be really upset about that.
Well, her parents aren't like that either, is what it seems. Because remember, we saw the apartment. We saw how bad it was, her packages. Kyle said that he had to call Amanda's mom to come out and clean it up. Mm-hmm. My mother would have been like, get yourself together, get up and go clean that. You don't live in a house like that. And I'm like, yeah, Mom, I will. Mom has to come out and fix that mess for her. That goes to show that she is not ever really held accountable or told, like, you need to woman up, figure it out. This is not working.
She's been coddled. And I think that Kyle, although he, many times that we saw, he couldn't coddle her anymore. But I think maybe when they're not on the show, he's just like, lets her do her thing. You know what I mean?
And then, but cleans up afterwards too, a little bit. Like helps her with it too. I was watching, I think I told you I was watching the season where Danielle called out Amanda.
Yes.
I will say there was a love there that they had. There was a nurturing. There were times where Amanda would take care of him in kind of a motherly, cooking dinner. Oh, don't put your shoes on the bed. Let's take out your contacts before you go to things like that. And so I think it was a very old school kind of marriage in that way, where she felt like the happy homemaker. Let me take care of you. And he was like the big picture. Let me take care of you. And that was the finances. Oh, the house is a mess. Okay. You're not doing well. You're mentally having some struggles. Let me take care of that and get a doctor. Right. I do think some of that was there between all of these explosive fights.
You know, and thinking back about their relationship, it's true that, like she always kind of had his back, even though he would like yell at her, but they'd always make up, and it was always like, okay, we're going to keep working. But this was the season when everything changed. And the only thing that was different is that she'd getting the attention from West.
Yeah, she came in different. And didn't Carl say he noticed back in March that Amanda was different? And do you remember what he said on how she was different?
I don't think so. No, I just know that like she's not hanging out with her friends anymore. She's only hanging out with his friends. I remember him saying that. I don't remember what else
I do wonder when Amanda got with Kyle, how many of her friends during that time did she lose? Because remember, like that second season, she's like, oh, my friends were going to get a house at the Jersey Shore, but now we're in the Hamptons. Well, what friends were those?
Yeah, can we meet those people now?
And granted, we haven't seen a lot of the other people's friends either. I mean, it seems like Yvonne has been in the background as Lindsay's friend. I remember seeing her in the whatever season that her and Carl went to DC. They were at Yvonne's house. So a little bit here and there maybe, but not really. We don't really see anyone's friends, but really hers, Amanda's, not at all.
No. And I just feel like since she's been on, remember she said, I've been here as long as you, but
no, ma'am.
Lindsay was cast on the show. Let's remember that part. But we really don't know that much about her. And I've said that before, and I'll say it again. Because it's just like weird when you figure out, you're like, wait a second. I created in my head the version of you from watching this show. And I thought you were like a great friend and like a nice girl. And then I learned that my perception was different from reality.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Very different. But again, even after watching this second episode of the reunion, I can't get over that Amanda just seems like a completely different person.
Yes. And every time I see her in the city and the confessionals get later and later and later, I'm like, I don't know who this person is at all.
But even the difference between her and her confessionals, there's a gloating, there's a entitled sense of self that I'm seeing. In the reunion, it is just anger. I don't know what else would you say?
Yeah, like I was trying to think of what I'm like. She's just so smug. She's so smug, and she's so like, God, like losers.
Like they
How
cannot,
can you come at me? You know?
Yes, they can. There is no way she can hear her wrongdoing at all. In her mind, I did my apology.
No.
Let's move on. I'm here
Even
to prove.
like, yeah, like if you're a good like I wouldn't say West is a good actor at all, but I would say I don't think he really cares. He cares that people are that don't like him, right? He cares about his image. So I think he's willing to do whatever he needs to do to make his image better, but really in his mind he doesn't care. So he's just kind of playing a role, right? But she can't even do that. Like she won't even allow herself to be like she's like she can't even be like, I'm sorry, even if that was completely fake. You know what I mean? She can't she can't fake it. She's just like set in her ways.
She was so excited when Andy brought up the Carl's a Mess commercial with Lindsay because she was ready to say how that wasn't okay. Because I know when Andy brought it up, they panned to her and her mouth began to open to say something. Oh. And then Andy said, you know, how do you guys feel about that they did the commercial? And then it was kind of like, well, now that you asked me, Andy, I'm like, you were about to say that before he asked you that specific question. That was planned. That was planned, I feel.
And you know what? I never saw the full commercial because I didn't care. But she did a commercial. It was Buffalo Wild Wings, our favorite here on the pod. And it was her being like, a lot of things have changed recently. And then I don't know if you saw the whole one. It was like she was on dates. And they had the guys come up, right? And one of them was like a DJ making fun of Kyle, basically.
Yeah, that was much worse than Carl's a Mess.
Exactly. So it's like, you would profit, and you were on Kyle. So you're not better than anyone else.
Someone found one from after Carl and Lindsay broke up. It was some sort of goldfish, like choose your flavor. Yeah. Oh, Cheez-Its? Was it like choose your side, choose your flavor?
Cheez-Its, yeah.
I'm like, well, you sure did. And that commercial was poking fun at Carl. Like that commercial hadn't really.
No, it
wasn't about you.
It wasn't about you at all. Exactly.
In a scandal. I wish Lindsay had come a little harder in response. She was shocked. She was her
shocked. Mouth opened. Yeah. So maybe part 3 she will.
She might come back. She might.
The moment of my mouth dropping of the reunion was when we saw our girl Meija on that phone on the FaceTime that Sierra called. I was so excited. I felt like I was watching a movie and it was like the plot twist and I was like, oh, no way.
Now, she has handled this amazingly. Of all the people in the scandal, I mean, you had people out of all the woodwork, podcast up the wazoo of someone who was a busboy at a bar where they once went to.
He was on a bunch of podcasts.
Peter started his own. So the fact that she is a big piece in this scandal, people don't know it, but they were together for what, like a year and a half, 2 years? And she was under the impression that they were exclusive.
He was calling her his girlfriend.
I mean, look at the Brandy and Eddie Cibrian and Sheena came out of the woodworks and doing interviews back then that she was the one that was whatever. But the fact that she has stayed quiet and she has a business too, what a way that she could have profited out of her business. But I've gone and followed her business page. She'll even say, I'm having a rough day, but now is not the time for me to go over it. I hope she gets compensated somehow by this.
Me too. I really hope so because I followed her business too. And I think I followed her recently and her business still has like under 1,000 followers. I'm like, let's follow. It's called Snarl Studios. Follow it. It's
Snarl Studios.
Yeah.
What if they bring her onto Summer House next season?
I would be fine with that.
That would be amazing. I feel like that's what they should do. She's a beautiful woman too. She's got a business to push. I think where did they say she lives? Pennsylvania, something?
I
thought Montana, wherever it is, like on the West Coast.
They met. She went to Montana State or something.
Yes, they went.
That's why they call her Montana girl.
Yes, but then I felt like I recently read that she's somewhere on the East Coast. I could be
feel
wrong.
like I heard she lives in Chicago, but I don't know if that's
Oh, I
right.
did not hear
I don't
Chicago.
know if that's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
That could be
But
incorrect.
not, we know she's not in New York City. We know that for
But
sure.
she did say that she was at his place on weekends while they were filming this season of Summer
Yeah.
House.
And the night that he wore the Snarl Studios tie to Watch What Happens Live, when Wes claimed there was nothing happening with Amanda, she stayed at his house that night.
Yes, March 24th.
And Amanda looked so bad.
She looks so bad. And remember, she says when it's first brought up, it will be brought up again, right, in part 3. But it's brought up in part 1. And she said, we had a conversation about that, about her. But the thing is, Wes is going to say whatever he can to all of these women to get what he wants from them. So I'm sure he downplayed it to Amanda. No, like we just hang out. It's like actually not serious. Whatever he said, total lies. And even maybe he was honest. Maybe he was like, yeah, you know, she's been the one that I've been hanging out with, but I really want to be with you. I think if he said something like that, Amanda wouldn't care.
Yeah. Did you see what Amanda retweeted or reposted on TikTok? The words to an Alex Warren song?
No.
I have to find that.
Okay.
What is his famous song? Is it Alex Warren, Best Friends? No, is it Somber?
Oh, well, I know she likes to use that somber song that's Back to Being Friends.
Yes, that's the exact one. I think I took a screenshot.
Yeah, that's somber. And that's another thing.
Oh, I don't have it.
Though I sent you a video recently about how, yes, you two have been breadcrumbing everyone in plain sight. All of the song choices that they are choosing on Instagram, all of the pictures, like the name cards Wes sent Amanda, like all of the stuff you two are doing, and you go back and look at it all, you guys have, your timeline is BS. Your timeline is BS. I did 2 polls, one on Threads, one on YouTube, of like, what do you believe the timeline? On YouTube, I said like, Wes and Amanda started hooking up summer, season 10, right? What we watched before summer, or February, March 2026, like they said.
Yeah.
Well, that one, what they said, 5% of people believe that. Before summer, 42%.
Whoa.
Yeah, and during summer, 53%.
Whoa.
And that was 133 votes.
Whoa. Okay, so that's a good sample size.
And then the Threads one, it's not as many votes. It's only 17, but
still strong.
6% for February, March 2026, what they say it was. Before summer 2025, 65%.
Wow.
And then summer, like the season we watched, 29%. Yeah. So it seems like people either think they were hooking up during Summer House season 10 or before that, and, you know, continuing it on into the season.
You know what I've been wondering, not to fully shift, but the Jesse Solomon and how emotional he is. So, I mean, he just looks so tearful. Is it the questioning of the friendship with West? Or, so Amanda specifically asked by Andy about the touching and the flirtation, right? And she says it's just weird. It is. We're all kind of flirty and touching. It's how we are. And then I just started thinking about Jesse, and remember how he would always do those posts on Amanda's page?
Yes.
Like, is there some connection? So he would always make all these really flirty comments under her posts, and it was weird. And when he was with Lexi's like, you got to stop that. We're in a relationship right now. And I just wondered, like, is there some guilt that Jesse's feeling in any way through all of this? I'm not saying anything happened with him and Amanda, but is he seeing how things with Wes probably started out like their weird flirty that they do in the house, and it ended up to more? Because I'm just trying to make sense. Like the whole time he just looks sad and like he's crying. And I can't imagine it's only, I lost my friend. I don't know my friend.
So I was on the Hot Women Wanted podcast yesterday, and I have a special shout out. And they were saying that they heard one of the Smith sisters on a podcast saying that they know that Jesse knew.
Oh.
And so
So
yeah,
that's where
like,
the guilt is coming from.
yes, and like maybe they were saying maybe he didn't, or like maybe they were like, no, please don't say anything, or maybe he didn't know, but it was like he did know. Like,
Didn't he say when he was on Watch What Happens Live after the scandal had happened that I can't remember everything he said, but that he had suspicions, and
yeah,
that who did he
yeah.
go to? Sierra, Lindsay, who did he go
I
to?
think he went to everyone. Yeah, I do think
Okay.
he had suspicions, but they were just saying like, yeah, we think he like figured it out, but he
Yeah,
just
but didn't get confirmation from
right,
anyone.
right, exactly. But I think maybe that's why he feels extra emotional.
But what would he have done? Like, I don't fault him in any way if he figured it out on his own and he got denial
No,
and
not
nobody
at
believed
all.
him.
Yeah.
It's just he's so emotional, like just tears through the
I
whole
know.
thing. And like Kyle's emotional, like even listening to Ben talk about how he hugged his father for the first time. I saw Kyle took like a deep, like, you know, when you're like the sobs are going to come hard, he took deep breath from that part, which he was just in an emotional place, understandably for him.
Yeah.
Because he kept saying what I'm thinking, and that's not even my partner. Like, this is just so weird. Like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Because that's how I feel looking at Amanda the whole time. Like, who
Yeah.
are you?
Yes.
Who is this person?
I want more from Kyle in part 3. I know that he is giving Amanda a pass because of her mental health and because he knows her, but I want him to really, like, I know he's going to clock in a little bit on Wes, but I'm like, I wish I could be there because I have so much to say about
Did you
this.
see him? I saw a preview for the 3rd episode, and they show that him and Amanda hugging.
Oh.
Not like a big embrace. It's like they both have their hands around each other, and he sings. I can't remember what it was, and I saw it like maybe watching on Peacock or watching TV. I saw the commercial.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it on social media.
Oh no, I haven't.
It might have been
seen
live
it.
Bravo or something.
I mean, he's really there for her.
He is, and that another part that I don't understand, and maybe I'm never going to understand. That's
Yeah.
just who he is.
Yeah.
They shared something that we never saw. Who knows what they've experienced together? They came through the show together, right? Like
Yeah.
they came from children, 10 years ago to now. So I guess that's something I'm just never going to understand why he can't. Like, he almost got up to go get her, and Andy said, no, she's coming. And did you notice when she walked out of the room ready to go back, everyone's on stage. I don't know if there was a mirror right in front of her, but she just kind of stopped for a second.
Oh, she needs to look in the mirror when
I don't know. I assumed it was a mirror.
making everyone wait for her. Like,
That was a power move.
That is not fair. You're not allowed to do that. Should we talk about how in the city, the confessional with Amanda and
it was so short, but they had to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
They had to acknowledge it in present day. They could not keep that as something that happened in the past, yet on the reunion, we're discussing the fact that she's with Wes now. I thought that was a great move that they did that. They didn't share too much of what Amanda said, though.
No, and it was weird. That setup for that scene was weird. It's Amanda, it's Wes, and it's Sierra. And she's like, Sierra has been my best friend for 6 years. So she says something like that, right? Sierra's my best friend, and now Wes is my best friend too. So the three of us, like, it's such a great trio. And then she's talking about that in the confessional, and she's like, no, I really was happy then. Like, that was like real, like those people. And I was like, I don't believe you.
No, you're in the midst of a divorce or
Yeah.
figuring things out with your partner. You were so happy then?
And I think that she was already hooking up with West, or some stuff was happening. So the fact that she was saying she was just so happy and that Sierra's her best friend, I'm like, no, but you're screwing over Sierra, actively saying that you're so, like, that is cuckoo bird.
Yeah. It was just, I wanted to get past that scene. The only thing that, like I mentioned earlier, that I noticed was Sierra telling Amanda, like, the finances of it all, like if you split up. And someone posted on Reddit saying, do you think Amanda, like a year or two down the line, is going to blame Sierra for her divorce because of the how she, the comments that she tells Amanda, which is what a friend should do.
Right.
I'm not faulting Sierra, but I could see Amanda flipping it around in another year, sitting there in the city reunion saying, well, it was because of Sierra.
Yeah, I mean, if she wants to get back with Kyle, or yeah, she totally, because remember, she already flipped this script in the city and was like, no, we're doing so well. Like,
Wait,
remember
who
when
was?
when Amanda said like, oh, Kyle said that we should take some time, or we should take like a little break, but we were doing so well. Do you remember that part? Which it was like, wait, this is very conflicting because
Everything is, yes.
None of this makes sense.
So much conflicting, murky.
Yes.
I don't understand at all. That's why it goes back to where you already broken up.
Do we want to talk about Dara real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you go through what Dara said, then I have a response to what she said.
Well, I was just going to say that she clocked Wes. She chewed him up and spit him out, and she just clocked him so well, and she was able to do it twice because she had to wait for Amanda to come back out. But I was just loving her. I felt like she was so articulate, and I definitely want her back next season. I would have liked to have heard what went down between her, Levi, and Bailey of why they think that she's just trying to like be on this show, because I don't see that from her.
Did they say that? Bailey said it at Watch What Happens Live recently, that Dara's just trying to be on the show?
I don't remember, but I know Levi has been interviewed and she was like, no, we believe that. Like, she kind of doubled down on it.
I wonder if they're just saying that so they can get spots on the show for next season. Because even if that's what Dara's doing, well, okay, keep her on the camera.
You're like, everyone
she was able
wants
to,
be on the
exactly,
show. Hello,
exactly.
You're all
Are
here.
They saying that's the only reason why she's dating
KJ?
KJ?
Yeah.
That's kind of a mean thing to say. And I would hope if they knew what he had gone through,
right, that
they wouldn't still continue saying that.
I agree.
Because that's kind of dirty.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't see, I like Dara. I want her to come back because
I want her to come back.
She can clock you like that. And we want those people on reality TV who can talk through the anger and the frustration and the sadness. Like, Ariana was able to have magnificent conversations, right? After Scandival, I would have been like, I hate you. Like, that's about all I would have been able to say. I wouldn't be able to, like, you had a little, I loved you when you had a little bit of money, a little bit of fame. And now you have whatever. Sorry. I can't even recite it.
West's response to her, what did he say? Yeah, I do
He's
that.
Like, yes.
Like, that's not a good reality star. He doesn't defend himself at all.
This is going to be controversial. Give me a Jax on a reunion over a West on a reunion, because at least Jax is like gonna defend himself and say some crazy ass stuff, but West is just like, ugh.
Like, it's so slimy. Like, are you entitled to that you've gotten away with everything forever, that being called out on it, instead of reacting like she does and come off angry, you're such a people pleaser that you're upset that people don't like you.
Yes.
Because all you ever do is please people and, bring them into, whatever. That the reason why he's just like, yeah, you're right, is because he just wants to be liked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even like looking at him.
Me I think he's like, if I just say yes and apologize, this will end faster.
Yes.
Right? And if I put up a fight, it's just going to cause more. So I'll just be like, yeah, okay. And the thing is, whatever he has taken before the reunion, because there's been a lot of speculation about that they're both kind of on stuff. And not just beta blockers, but like maybe right? Like not a beta blocker, but like a Xanax. No, the beta blocker only makes your heart stop beating. It doesn't make you. It doesn't impact your brain.
But I think Paige came out and said that on Giggle Squad recently. She wouldn't acknowledge anyone, but she just said, "I hear a lot of hate for beta blockers."
Yeah, and she's right. And so the thing is, these two are definitely on more than just beta blockers, and he can't string a couple of words together.
No, he cannot.
We don't need him back.
No, I don't bring him back. I'm okay with Amanda, not in Summer House, on In the City. I am okay with that. Just I need to know where things end up in another year.
Right.
There's no way these two stay together, and I want to see how they fall apart. I want to see what happens to Amanda after that, right? Because like after a couple gets a divorce on Housewives, I always need that extra season at least for the housewife to see how does she land on her feet,
right?
What changes?
And like what would we see another shift in Amanda's personality? Because right now we're like we don't know who you are. Get done with West. Come see us again.
Because what does she want?
Okay with that. I know.
She thinks that things are going to settle down. I mean, fair. Before you thought everyone you knew was having kids and getting married, and that's what you wanted. And so maybe now you're in a place where the people you're surrounded by are not married with kids. Maybe those are all your college friends. So maybe now you're seeking out what life looks like. Well, it's not going to be a reality star. You're not going to monetize off social media for the rest of your life. So where does your life go from here?
I feel like Amanda is one of those people who has literally been given things her entire life, and she has not worked. She worked, I guess she had a job before Kyle hired her, but like she's not one of those people that would go back to like a regular job. You know what I mean? And she's still very young. She's only in her 30s. So that's a lot of life to live. That you have to figure out what your next step is.
Because didn't her father say something about her grandfather's trust?
Yeah, I know that she has like money coming.
I wonder what kind of money. I know some trusts can be a small, like maybe you can put a down payment on a home, or if it's enough to where she can continue living life without.
She acts like it's that.
She does.
She acts like it's the second one.
She does.
She gave Kyle $117,000. She was like, no skin off my back.
I know. I wonder if it's something that she's like when she hit 30, she got access to it because she didn't have that. She even said when Kyle and I first got her first apartment, it was a small little whatever shoebox. I think she said that in the city. So she must not have had access to it.
But the Crappens guys were like, that's not true. You guys always like were doing pretty
I wondered about that.
You know what I mean? I know. That. And so I was like, oh, they're right. She's she's a liar. Like maybe it was, small because it's New York, but like it was probably still pretty nice.
But I wonder like what kind of money they are making. Lindsay's apartment. Oh my gosh. I mean, even on that episode, season 1 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, when Kelsey Grammer had that apartment in New York City and Camille came and like, this is not going to work. It was like 3,000 something square feet. And I'm like, Lindsay's apartment is nicer than Kelsey Grammer's apartment.
No, literally. I mean, that is so nice. Well, I have seen, like couple of videos where people talk about that. This one chick said she made more on one brand deal than she makes in her entire year at her other job.
Didn't Rosie say that? Didn't Rosie say something like that in the after show for Rhode Island?
Rosie said something about how she makes $80,000 from a client a year with her, like whatever her like side business is, which I don't believe her. No, this was just another creator who said I think she was like a teacher and she got like some brand deal and I think it was like 40,000 just for this one video.
But great, but that's not for life. Like you could maybe never get another video like that again. You know, so it's kind of like, okay, well, if you're banking on like Lindsay, you're banking on that influencer money, you do it as long as you can and you save it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to have that level of income forever in order to afford rent. You didn't purchase it. You're renting it.
Well, Lindsay has her house that she Airbnbs in Nashville.
True.
So I also feel like Lindsay is smart with money because she knows that she had to be, and she probably has like good investments.
No, I agree with you.
Lindsay she hits those brands hard. She's always like, I saw like 3 brand deals yesterday from her, but Amanda, she's no hustler. She's no Paige.
No.
Let's not forget that Paige lays in the bed, but she's also an incredibly hard worker. And that's just like she made laying in the bed cool and is making money off of that. Amanda is laying in the bed. Okay.
She is. Like what happened with the swimsuit line? Does that still exist?
I've heard there's nothing on that page anymore. You click on it and it's just like empty kind of thing.
I wonder where things stand with brands now today too. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. You did this big scandal and I mean,
Yeah,
she'll be on Bill.
nobody.
Maybe she'll be on Bill. Would she go on Villains?
Maybe. I mean, yeah, like I
House of
think
Villains. House of
give it
Villains,
like a
right?
year. Yeah,
You
House
think
of
she'd do
Villains.
that? You think she'd do it?
I mean, give it a year and see what kind of opportunities she gets. You have to let this blow over. No one wants to really see you right now. In the City is
No.
just hurting her. Honestly, I feel
It
like
is.
she needs to just not be on TV for a while, and then
Yeah.
people might like, oh yeah,
But I think Bravo will bring her back for this season and whatever Summer House in the City. I think that they will for sure bring her back. I mean, they brought Sandoval back. They wanted to
yeah,
bring Raquel back because they do at least one season. They have to find out where the chips landed. They
yeah,
have to.
yeah.
But after that,
Right?
yeah, you don't know
Is
where things
there
go.
anything else you want to discuss about In the City or Summer House before we move on to Rhode Island?
No, we had so much to say.
I know we really talked a lot about that, but we needed to. Okay,
That was a fight.
I have a hot take. It's my own,
yeah.
or not a hot take, but if you are watching Rhode Island, but you're not listening to Dolores on 2Ts, you're missing a whole other puzzle piece because Dolores is giving these little nuggets, right? And Dolores said that Liz felt like she was set up by Alicia and Joellen, and Joellen kept going after Liz when she should have just let her be.
Yes, but that's what she did with Rula too.
Yeah.
She kept going after Rula when she should have read the room and just let it be. Just because they're not saying, stop, I don't want to discuss this anymore, give me some space. You need to be able to read your surroundings.
Yeah. And also, Joellen saying she's best friends with Liz. Teddy was
It's
like,
weird.
she's like, is Joellen and Liz best friends? And Dolores was like, no. So Alicia and Liz grew up together.
Yeah.
I think Joellen knew of Liz.
But let's acknowledge the age differences here. Liz said that Liz's sister was best friends with Alicia's mother. Alicia is about 45, I think. Joellen,
Liz
I
is
would
like
guess
50s.
late 50s. Like if
You
her
think so?
sister
I
is
think
not
she's
mid-ish, maybe
Okay.
50s. I guess we could Google this while we're talking.
Oh, yeah.
And then what? Joellen's in her 30s?
Well, and that's the thing. So Joellen's like, Liz is my best friend. I called her when my grandpa died. You just met her on this show, which they made it seem like this was actually a friend group. But it wasn't. It really wasn't. Yes,
No.
Alicia and Liz grew up together, but I think that was the extent of it. Oh, and they are friends with Rula.
I think they all know of each other.
They know of each other, but
So
we're
Liz
not
is
best
56.
friends.
Let's
Oh.
look. Liz is 56.
Okay.
Alicia, what's Alicia's last name?
I think she's 41,
Lori.
remember? Because I remember when you said
Oh,
that.
41. I thought
Yeah.
45. Okay, Alicia, 42.
Okay.
So piecing this together, but then Ellen's husband was aware of when Alicia was homeless.
Yes.
And Alicia remembers when Joellen was sent away.
Okay,
So
so
I think
they
within the
know each
community,
other.
they know of each other, but they are not like, I don't believe that Joellen's first person she called when her grandfather passed away was Liz, because I was looking up Joellen to Barry age. Because they have like a 20-year age difference.
Maybe she called her because they're getting close on the show, but to say that she's your best friend makes it seem like
38.
to me, that I'm watching this show that y'all have been like real good friends, and now I'm finding out that that's all a lie.
But
And
it doesn't even feel it.
Well,
like,
no,
you don't
and
even get it, chemistry that they are.
No, and it was weird. And then in the previews for next week's episode, Joellen's like, it's just, I'm really sad. You know, she was my best friend. Da, da, da. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Not to jump on any kind of bandwagon or toot my own horn, but I have to say from episode 1, Joellen rubbed me the wrong way.
Really?
I felt I didn't, she was getting all this love, and I'm like, she's the perfect housewife. I'm like, she's perfect because she's like a gnat. She's like a Teddy. She annoys me. She's into everything. She's trying to make amends or start drama or she's just trying. She's a Teddy. She's just trying too hard, which doesn't mean I don't want her on my TV screen. Like, I like a Teddy. Like, we need these people. But I didn't feel like she was like one of these housewives that we're just going to love and she's perfect and does everything right. I got a little bit ickiness from her.
Ooh, that's very interesting. I was late to that party because I was like, "Oh, she's great," blah blah. And then now everyone says Liz is crazy. I can see where she's
crazy.
coming from. I don't know. I think I'm a Liz apologist. And so now just seeing them go at each other, I was like, wait, I can see why Liz is annoyed because Joellen is a banana peel. She's playing both sides of the fence, and they did flashbacks of that so we could see that. So I can see Liz's side. I know most people are on Team Joellen, which is fine. I'm fine being over here by myself.
I'm with you over there. But I was surprised when Joellen like spoke up to Liz. I was kind of surprised. I'm like, aren't you scared? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, stop. Like, she's gonna hit you.
I know.
I mean, not really, but maybe she's going to do a little Sheree Kim Zolciak wig tug there like she did.
I know. And then people were also, they talked about that on 2Ts, and Dolores was like, she did not pull her hair. And Teddy was like, are you sure? It looked like she pulled her hair. I was like, she did not pull her hair. And she pushed her chair away.
She did.
You know what? I'm fine with that stuff. But I guess people online were like really upset about that. She didn't put hands on her, okay? She just... It
was a Sheree. I was adjusting her wig. Is that what Sheree said?
Oh,
She's
yeah.
adjusting Kim's wig, that's all.
Well, Kim needed it to be adjusted.
But, okay, I will give Rosie credit. We're not the biggest Rosie fans over here. She's a little annoying, but she was not bothered that they were ruining her husband's performance. On any other housewife show, we would have 5 more episodes of Rosie being mad. Like, how could you do that at my husband's performance? No. She was like, I'm just glad it wasn't me. And she's just singing along with that friend Monica, Monica, I think was her name, trying to get a spot on next season. Monique, sorry. Trying to get a spot on next season's Rhode Island, which bring her along. She's best friends with Rosie and Alicia. That could be a uniting person to help bring Rosie into the group.
Yeah, we definitely want her, and she's like married to like an ex-NFL player, which that's always good.
She looked like she could go toe-to-toe with Liz.
Right, yes. And then, well, okay, with Rosie, was she happy that was happening because she knew they would keep it in the show?
Oh, Genevieve, yes, there you go. She's like, keep going, tug that hair some more.
Yeah, she's like, go ahead, this is going to make it. Or, this is really shady, was she happy that they were, being loud and fighting because she didn't really want to listen to it because it wasn't that good?
When Ashley was getting all into When the Saints Go Marching On, I'm like, is that a normal? Are we doing this for the cameras? Have we had something to drink? That is not a song I'm jamming out to.
I was like, that's the song he's going to play right now?
Well, remember Teddy said, like, how do you get the rights to, like, you can't get the rights to play the song. So maybe that's another reason why they showed that song.
That's like an old
any
song.
Excuse. Yeah. If I can get out and have a drink and listen to live music, I'll listen to Saints Go Marching On.
Yes, I would go to that for free. Definitely.
And then Alicia like crying the whole when Ashley sat down and she could just feel the tension. It's like, what? It happened to me once. Like, it was a bridal party. It was. I got there later and everyone's getting their makeup done. I'm like, what's happening in here? I could just feel the tension. Nobody was talking. Nothing. And the maid of honor was like, oh, it's fine. I'm like,
what happened? What had happened?
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. Oh, some really juicy stuff. Do you think that Ashley has earned her stripes to be on this show?
Yes. I didn't even have to finish it. I think it's important that we have and I wouldn't have said this before. I think it's important that we have someone on the outside that's looking in. But we don't need her to be too normal because then there's no reason to be there, right? It's like Bethany's season 1 of Roni. She was an outsider to the group and we were watching her navigate her way through the circle. At the time, we thought she was the voice of reason. She is not. She's like the center of that circle she was trying to break into, right?
Yeah.
Ashley's just kind of kooky. She doesn't know what's quite happening. She's going to loudly, is everything okay? Like, I am enjoying her.
Yes, no, me too. And I like that she kind of like lost her cool when they were at the coffee shop. But then like, I like, that she's like, whoa, what happened here? And yeah, she's just a little kooky. The Bachelor contestants, they cry a lot because we got her and then we got is her name Wendy?
Whitney on In the City.
Yes, and she's crying a lot too. And I'm
I
like,
like
okay.
Ashley better.
Me too.
I like Ashley better.
Me too.
Yeah. She's just, that kooky personality is so good for TV.
It really is. It works. I like Ashley. Can we discuss Atlanta?
Yeah. I feel like
Okay, because I am an Angela stan. I am a fangela. I just love her. It's like, I don't care who she's fighting with. I'm taking her side. And so her and Shamia kind of going at it this last, at the
Can you explain to me
episode.
Where is their beef from?
I think that, like, last season they kind of got into it. Like, they just, I feel like... Are
they strong personalities and they don't necessarily back down?
Yeah, and I think that, like, when they met each other last season, like, they didn't really mix very well right at the beginning. Okay. And they had great shade back and forth at each other. So it was like, okay. But then it did seem like they were like, okay, let's work on our friendship, but let's be friends because... we should be. Also, last season, you should know that the newbies got together and had said, like, they wanted to be on each other's side. They didn't say this out loud, but they talked about it later that they had met and they wanted to have, like, an alliance kind of thing. They didn't include Angela in that.
Oh,
so it was like
Shamia,
Kelly, the other girl, and, like, Portia or something. I don't know. But yeah, so... I think they've been trying to, like, be friends this season. And I feel like they just don't get along. And I feel like Angela says things that Shamia's like, why are you saying that? And it's like, because Angela is here to do a great job as a housewife. She's going to call out anything. She's going to bring up anything. And you're collateral damage, Shamia. And, I did kind of believe everything Angela said about her. Like, she's bringing stuff up to K. Michelle. Like, yeah, I mean, I definitely, we've talked about it, like, she could be kind of just poking the bear. I don't know if she's the one that told K. Michelle about the plot, but I do think she's like, yeah, I could see that.
Shamia probably senses K. Michelle's hesitation towards the old guard. Mm-hmm. So she's going to use that to her advantage to get her on her side. But Shamia doesn't want to admit that. Right? Understandably. Right. And maybe Shamia doesn't see that she's doing it herself. She's just like, oh, she doesn't like them. Okay, well, let's talk about it. I'm not manipulating anything. When I'm as an outsider, it looks like you are.
Right. And then, like, Shamia at her, like, family's house being like...
Oh, I was just going to say that. My heart broke for her.
Poor thing.
My heart broke when she talked. I don't even know how to say anything without being, like, disrespectful in any way. But when she talks about, her second child having special needs, and you were sharing that with me, I didn't know that, saying that she's going to be her baby for life.
Yeah.
What does that mean for having a third? Like, I had tears in my eyes to hear that because
yes.
Oh, it was so emotional. But I like to see that on Housewives, and they don't get that vulnerable. Like Dorit, I'm reading Dorit's book. If you can see it in the cover, reading it.
Yes, we can see it.
She doesn't get vulnerable. In her book, I'm about 3/4 of the way through, still doesn't get vulnerable. It's about to get to the robbery, which in a way it seems like, and I think I'm reading into it, but it kind of seems like she's going to blame production. Because she's at, I think this is the setup, and I'll report back next week.
Okay.
She's at a wedding in London. I think it's PK's nephew. All the family there. They're having a good time. She just keeps talking about how great it was to have family together. She gets a call from the newest showrunner of Beverly Hills saying, you need to come home the day after the wedding. She was like, we were going to stay here. We have family here. Like, the plan has always been that I come like 5 days later. No, we need you here the next day. And remember, the robbery happens when PK is still in London. So in my mind, I'm wondering if she's trying to set it up that she wouldn't have been there for that robbery had she not come back as, not requested by the showrunner, demanded by the showrunner. That's kind of how the start of the chapter is being set up.
And did the kids come back with her just because she had to go back? So the kids wouldn't have been there either.
I guess it kind of seems like she doesn't leave them with PK. Like, he's doing business, he's doing work.
Yeah, no, I get.
Like,
he's
the
doing
mom, his thing. Like, it's... So, I mean, I literally I was at the dentist's office in the waiting room and I read that part. So I'm going to finish.
Okay, yes.
But that was my first thought was, is she trying to set up production and blaming them for this? That's what it sounds like. And who was the showrunner? Was that Alex Baskin's not a showrunner, right? He owns the production company.
Right. I don't think he's the showrunner.
I'm gonna have to research. It's someone new. That season it was someone new.
Okay, that is the tea right there. And yes, you have to report back.
Yes,
I do feel like since she is still a current housewife, as far as we know, she's not going to share anything. I feel like they don't share until they're like done with the show. But she should, because I don't think she'll get this chance again. So the fact that she's not being completely open is ridiculous.
Everything is discussed. She's not giving any more information that we've already seen on the show, like Lucy Apple Juicy. Like it's nothing new. And she talks about things from more of a broader perspective. When you have discussions with other of the cast members, a little piece of what you say will then get bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? Like, so talking from that bigger perspective, but not giving examples of that. It's all that. Because
she wants to get signed again. And so she's probably like touching it with kid gloves. Like, it's still my job. Yeah. I mean, she needs that job. So.
Yeah. I mean, it reads fast. But Lisa Rinna's, like, if you are going to read a housewife book and you haven't read Lisa Rinna's, go read that over Dorit's, because you're really not getting anything new out of Dorit's.
Okay, that's good advice.
And definitely read Carl's.
Yeah, Carl's book is really good.
I even read Kyle Richards' book like years ago. Years ago. I don't know when that came out. Even that was better. Like, even the pictures in Dorit's book, so she has pictures in the middle, like memoirs often do.
Yeah.
There's like nothing new.
Oh my
There's really one funny story is that for a while her father brought in a pet monkey to kind of not domestic. What's the word? If it's like a rabid, like in the wild, aggressive monkey, is it tame them just to get them more docile? What's the word you would use for that?
Like, I'm thinking of like a horse, like you break a horse or whatever.
Yes.
You break a monkey.
So her dad did that with a monkey at their house. Like, he would like go fully like a baseball umpire, like, all to calm him down. Which, like, I remember going to India as a kid, and one of like an uncle on his like mango farm had a monkey, and was, I think you're not gonna like this, I think it was on a leash, I guess for safety purposes. But I saw it ravage a mango, and that's when I was like, wait, this is not Curious George. I was a kid. I mean, it just ripped this mango apart and ate it. And I'm like, I thought they were like Curious George and so cute and cuddly. That monkey scared me. Yeah.
I understand that. Can you share your favorite thing of the week?
Okay, so the thing I'm thinking about. Yes, I can't stop thinking about is from the Valley. I'm wondering if Brittany and production are in on catching Danny with his drinking. It was multiple times in this episode, okay, maybe two. Danny says, I wasn't drinking. Production cuts to a scene of him pouring something into a glass, grabbing a White Claw, something here or there. I mean, repeatedly they showed this. Like, production is in on this. Then Brittany's after recovery from her surgery, she's in bed. Jasmine comes to check on her. She says, hey, Jasmine, can you put this chili in my freezer? She puts it in a freezer that's upstairs, like a college dorm fridge, the chili. That's weird. I don't know. And then she walks by a bathroom and it's like, oh. She's like, Brittany, there's an empty White Claw in your bathroom. She's like, I wonder how that's there. Nobody uses that bathroom. But Danny and Nia were up in that bathroom 2 weeks ago when I had that party, and that must be Danny's White Claw. I'm like, cut to production showing Danny walking by with that same pink colored White Claw in his hand. It's like, is Brittany and production on this together, or did Brittany see him with a White Claw, set that up with Jasmine, and production just happened to have footage of him with that White Claw?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure, like, I would take it a step farther and be like, we have footage of him with this pink White Claw. We're going to put the can there. You say you saw it. We'll cut this footage from a while ago in there.
Just a phone call came through. Sorry.
That's okay. No, you're fine.
Oh, I know. So it's interesting, but how much is production really getting involved in this? Or is it just Brittany set it up fully on herself, and then production's like, oh yeah, we have proof of that little setup it was just obviously set up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
you didn't clean that bathroom from 2 weeks ago?
Brittany's sneaky, okay? I know people think that, I think Jax was like loud and scary, so we didn't see what Brittany was doing, but she knows how to do storyline.
There was a part in the beginning, it's Jesse, Danny, and Schwartz. They're having dinner, and Jesse was telling Danny, You know who was really gunning for you, Danny? It was Jax. And you know who else was involved with gunning for you? Brittany. And Schwartz doesn't say anything. And Jesse says, Schwartz, don't get involved. And then it cuts to Schwartz in a confessional saying, Brittany doesn't have a mean bone in her body. But what I think it is when Jax is going after other people, he's not going after her.
Oh.
Which I think both can be true.
Yeah,
that can be true. But Brittany has also said, like in previous seasons of The Valley, like, I am literally sharing everything. My special needs son, my husband who has abused me, his youth. You guys hide everything. And it's clear that Danny has a drinking problem, allegedly. But you hide it all and don't acknowledge it. So I do think that from that standpoint, she is frustrated with him. And her on her own, take Jax out of it, her on her own is frustrated that she shares everything and they get away with not saying anything. So she's wanting to target them that way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But it's getting good. The Valley is getting good.
Okay. Well, my favorite moment of the week that I can't stop thinking about is that Meija was on that FaceTime call, because I'm like, yay. And it does seem like maybe in the next episode they call her. I just feel like that because Kyle said that, so they wouldn't have kept it in there if it wasn't going to happen, right?
Wait, where did I see this? Was it Andy? Okay, you probably saw this too. Andy says that the reunion is not an I gotcha moment, so we wouldn't surprise West and Amanda with the Meija call in front of them.
Oh.
I maybe sometimes when I see things on threads is when I don't remember where I saw it, because people will post things. If I see that again, I will tell you. But I remember specifically the words, "We're not going to do an I gotcha."
Right. But the thing is, why would Kyle say, well, we can call her? Right? Like, I just feel like they would edit that out if they're not going to do that.
That's a good point.
But we'll
That's
see,
a good point.
I guess. We just have to wait and see. Yeah. And usually we end the podcast with rapid fire questions, but this week we have a little change because Love Island started, and so I'm just going to give you a little recap of what you missed. It's only been 3 episodes so far. The first episode is an hour and 45 minutes, so it feels like 2 episodes. Yeah.
Can you explain to me just like really briefly, what is the premise of Love Island?
Well, the premise of the show is that you're looking for love and you're going on this show to find love, and what you're going to do on the show is like make out with a bunch of people and be open to hanging out with you, talking to you, and figure out, but you're in a couple and you have to like do challenges that are basically just making out with other people.
How are you grouped? Like, how does your couple chosen?
So you pick each other at first, and then you can be stolen away, and there's like lots of
so there's a lot of
like,
politics of this.
There's a lot of stuff that goes down. Yeah, and then there's people that are voted off, and the Islanders will save you. So like you want to be liked by your people, but you also want to be liked by America because they vote to get you off or vote to save you.
Is it equal number of people to have a partner? Has a partner
to start, yeah. Okay. So like
just the first week.
So the first episode you have, I think there's 5. I can't really remember right now. I think there's like 5 or 6 people. I think it's 5. 5 girls, 5 guys, and you meet them all. That's mostly the first episode is like you're meeting everyone, and they're new. They're all new, so I don't like them yet, right? The first episode, I'm getting to know everyone. And yeah, so everyone couples up. They kiss. They ask some questions. They couple up first episode. Then the second episode, they brought on 2 bombshells. Or maybe it was
What's a bombshell?
A bombshell is just somebody who comes on later, basically, who's going to
they're not like some gorgeous...
So they're supposed to be kind of hot, yeah. And and the bombshells, there was 2 of them. The girl was really pretty. The guy, whatever, I guess. Like, none of the guys are really, like, that great. But
so basically to kind of throw a kink in the alliances that have been made.
So, exactly. So people are already coupled up, and then they're like, oh, do you want to explore? And so they, like, go explore, and then come back and, like, recouple up. So there's always, like, a couple of single people. And I guess all I really had to say about it so far was, like, because I don't need to like give specifics, but just that at first, the first 2 episodes, I was like, oh, I don't think this is the same as the last 2 years.
Oh,
but I think it's just, you have to warm up to the people, because last night's episode, I was like, oh, okay, I like these people now. And they're kind of showing more of their personalities. When at first it's like, I'm like,
It's like Big Brother, those first couple
Yeah.
episodes. I used to do Big Brother, but the commitment just after, it was like me and my husband used to watch together.
Yeah.
And then my daughter was getting older, like, I want to watch too. And I'm like, maybe not.
No, I know.
But
It
yeah,
is a
it
big
takes
commitment,
time.
right? And so,
Yeah.
so now I'm like, okay. And I do like this one couple, Melanie and Sincere, but she has been hurt before, so her guards are up. So they found out some things about each other in last night's episode, and she like found out that he like had cheated or something like that, and that was like really upsetting to her. And so she kind of started pulling back, and they had like a fight at the end of the episode, even though they were like the strongest couple before that. So things are always changing.
Okay.
And it's starting to get good. So there's another episode tonight that I'll be watching.
When is Sierra doing her after? Is that Saturday
Saturday.
So she'll do her first episode.
Yep.
There's no way she can film Summer House then. No. She'll do this every Saturday for the next 2 months?
Yep. Till mid-July.
No. Unless they bring her in because they start 4th of July.
And so maybe she comes in a couple weeks late and she's only pops in a couple weekends.
She might. I mean, let her make that money and see Mia and KJ, her friends, or friends. Maybe she will then, actually. I thought for sure there's no way. I guess it depends when dancing rehearsals start.
Yeah, and I feel like if they want to give her a crap ton of money to just pop in like a weekend or 2
I heard
weekends.
they did that with Paige her last season.
Oh, okay. Then
she had a little more like leverage to say what she wanted that season.
Awesome. Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you for being here. We'll be back next week with all of the Summer House tea from Reunion 3 and all of the things that happen between now and then. And you can follow us at the Bravo Rundown, Real Melz of Bravo, and Just Booking Around, and then also Bravo, Bravo Books and Bravo.
That's it.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.